The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. For the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A give running right, Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Flushed out right. That'll be complete to Breida. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll go down at the 28. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson.
Stays on his feet. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming up.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Gibson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20.
I'll show you that.
The right end. Touchdown, New York. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Powering his way forward. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Second and 10. On the counter, Gibson.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
One more time with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
These 2 teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here at MetLife Stadium.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Gano's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down and 8. Once more, Gibson.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But if these guys got to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, No yardage to be found.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now back to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Tay Crowder able to make the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Gibson.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano for the extra point.